You think so?
Can everyone hear me? Oh, I do need it. Okay.
Because, yes, you do need it. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right. So that's going to be documented.
All right. Hi, everyone. Do you want me to clip it, or can I just hold it? Okay. Okay. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you very, very much for letting me talk to you for a few minutes about health insurance. And specifically, I manage Cardinal Care for Campus. I'm over at Vaden Health Center, and I know that I've probably spoken with and met with a number of you. So, hello. I hope autumn quarter is going well so far. So, I wanted to talk just a little bit about Cardinal Care. As you are all aware, the university requires that all students maintain continuous health insurance during the time that you're in Stanford. And one way that you can meet this requirement is by choosing to remain enrolled in Cardinal Care. We are going to automatically enroll every student in health insurance every year and allow students up until the waiver deadline of your quarter of entry for that year to waive out. So you can choose to remain in Cardinal Care, which is a comprehensive health insurance plan. It includes medical coverage, mental health coverage, as well as dental, or you could choose to waive Cardinal Care for another health insurance plan. The Cardinal Care charges are going to post directly to your Access account on a quarterly basis, autumn, winter, and spring, and it is a plan year, meaning you are going to be covered if you choose to remain enrolled in Cardinal Care from September 1st through August 31st of the next year. So if you have decided to waive Cardinal Care, actually let me first talk about if you've decided to remain enrolled. By starting at Vaden, and all students have access to Vaden because you pay the campus health service fee. There are many, many services available to all students because of that fee. That's going to post directly to your Access account. And when you come to Vaden, many of the services that are provided there, again, it's medical services, CAPS, counseling, and psychological services. We have a pharmacy, we have physical therapy. And so there are many, many services that you can access there, and we really want all of our students to consider Vaden as their source of primary care. So if you've chosen to remain enrolled in Cardinal Care, we want you to start at Vaden first. You make an appointment, see one of our clinicians, and if they determine that you need to see a specialist, they will refer you over to Stanford Hospitals and Clinics or Menlo Medical. And because you start at Vaden, you will be assured of your Tier 1 benefit, which is the most cost-effective way for you to access your health insurance services. If you've chosen to waive Cardinal Care, and again, that's perfectly fine, we want to make sure that you've chosen a plan that has comparable benefits. And the central question that you're going to want to ask yourselves, and a great discussion to have with your family, is if you choose to waive Cardinal Care for another plan, how are you going to access the benefits of your insurance plan while you're here in Palo Alto? And it could well be that your plan, your home network is, say, in New Jersey or New York or another state or another country. So if you've chosen to waive Cardinal Care, you really want to understand, how will I access the benefits of my insurance plan while I'm here? Also, you want to ask, and you can ask your insurance company, and they should readily be able to tell you, is your insurance accepted at Stanford Hospitals and Clinics and Menlo Medical? How does the claim process work? If you need to access an insurance service, will you need to pay up front for that service while you're here and then submit a claim form? Would the hospital or clinic automatically bill your insurance plan? Those kinds of questions are important because within the context of health insurance, you are going to have copays. You are going to typically have, for some services, some financial responsibility within the context of that service. And it could be a small copay, it could be a larger copay, for instance, if you have a surgical procedure, etc. So you really want to understand the terms of your plan. Also understanding what is considered in-network and out-of-network. If you're in-network, that's the way you're going to access the most cost-effective benefit. Out-of-network, you could access it at a less cost-effective level, meaning you could pay more for those co-pays, those deductibles. And you want to make very certain that out-of-network could mean that a service isn't covered at all. So those are all good questions to ask. Additionally, one more central question is, if you travel abroad, either studying abroad as part of your Stanford career or just traveling abroad personally, are you going to be covered? Will you be able to take your health insurance with you? The good news for Cardinal Care is that you can take your benefits with you. They've partnered with an agency called On Call International, and through On Call International, from wherever you are in the world, you can call them 24/7, 365, and they will make certain that you get directed to a physician, a pharmacy, a hospital if you need it. If you need to be medically evacuated, they will make certain that that happens as well. So if you've chosen to waive Cardinal Care, you want to ask about that kind of insurance. I do know, my final point, I do know that as a Stanford student, if you are traveling abroad as part of a research project that the university does, there is coverage available, and I believe it's through ISOS. And you can look it up on the Stanford website, and maybe we could provide resources if there's a web page or something that we could provide resources after. Okay. So even if you're not enrolled in Cardinal Care, because you're a Stanford student, there is coverage available that you have access to. My final point, I know I said final, but my really final point is that when you graduate, if you graduate at the end of either autumn or winter quarter and you've chosen to remain in Cardinal Care, you can choose to petition us for early cancellation if you want. But the good news is, even if you graduate at the end of autumn or winter quarter, you can still remain enrolled in Cardinal Care through the end of the plan year, which is August 31st. So that could be good news if you are perhaps still in the planning stages for what you might be doing once you graduate.